Greetings everyone, hello, my name is Flora Gainsborough, welcome to my channel, and today we are continuing with Rwby Volume 4. As always, I do have Tim with me today.
Aloha!
Today we are going on Chapter 4, Volume 4, Chapter 4, Family. This is either going to be a Blake or a Yang or a Weiss centered thing. So I'm interested to see how that goes. And with that, and we're back to the mysterious farm boy. What purpose do you even have?
Hello?
Oh my god, stop talking.
Hello, I'm
What?
Professor Osborne.
What? What?
Talking to my game's weird.
Not you! Oscar. What? Is that like a younger Ozpen? Oh, it's the professors.
Wearing a skirt. I was just a TA. I didn't know what to do, so I just left the room to laugh.
Yeah, we told him it was a kilt. He'd never worn a uniform before, so he didn't know. That is terrible. What is wrong with you? The girls all said he had nice legs. I just had jerk a favor. That's not even the best part. See, then when he...
Like what you see? Oh, Mr. Shalom. Please join us.
Yes. Pull up a chair. Please pull up a chair.
I'm good.
I've never seen him this slow talking.
Despite popular belief, teachers do have a life outside the classroom.
Professor Goodwitch is working round the clock to restore Beacon to its former glory. But Mistral wasn't built in a day. And we all need some rest from time to time.
Look, let's not worry about that right now. So, there we were, standing in the auditorium, looking at Crow wearing a skirt. Then Oz tells everyone it's time to work on our landing strategy. The Broadway twins have always been interesting, to say the least.
That sure didn't seem to stop young Ty.
Hey, come on, man, she's right here.
Oh, please. She's a mature young woman. If she can handle combat, she can handle a few jabs at her old man.
That's not the issue, Pete. And besides, she's still a teenager.
She is also in the room and directly spoken to. And I think I've been through enough to be considered an adult at this point.
Adult or not, you've still got a long way to go before you're ready for the real world.
Oh my gosh, does every father figure just have the same three condescending phrases?
Yeah, but we only use them when we mean it.
Is that so?
As a matter of fact, it is so. If you honestly think that you're ready to go out there on your own, well, I guess you lost some brain cells along with that arm.
You jerk!
You what?
Finally talking about the guy in the room.
Okay then.
Miss Shaola Yang, if you don't mind me asking, why haven't you tried on the arm yet?
Oh, yes. A piece of Atlas technology being given out like that is rare indeed. Not to mention the effort it took to deliver it here. It seems a great many people want to see you return to normal.
We just covered this in the last one.
Everyone keeps talking about me getting back to normal, and I appreciate it, but this is normal now. It's just taking me a while to get used to it.
Well, normal is what you make it.
What is that supposed to mean? Do you want me to just pretend like nothing happened? I lost a part of me. A piece of me is gone, and it's never coming back.
You're right. It's not coming back. But that doesn't have to stop you from becoming who you want to be. You're Yang Shao Along, my sunny little dragon. You can do whatever you put your mind to. So whenever you're ready to stop moping and get back out there, I'll be there for you.
It's a bit contradictory to the quote-unquote jokes of earlier.
Fear is like any other emotion. It comes and goes. It's all in how you handle it. Why, even I find myself wrestling with that emotion from time to time.
Really? You?
He's afraid of mice.
That's the only disease and don't even get me started on their tails. So hairless.
Oh, I assure you, there's no mice here right now.
Oh, I wanted to hear more from the professors. They got Crow in a skirt. I want to see that.
It may be a while before we return. There is still much work to be done at the school.
I hesitate to ask, but is there any word from young Miss Rose?
Not yet. Have you thought about going after her? Trying to bring her home? I've got to look after some things.
Come on, guys! If we pick up the pace, we can hit the next town before sunset.
Assuming it's still there.
Of course it'll be there! This one's supposed to be pretty big. Bana!
Higanbana. It's a well-protected village with a popular inn.
Which means no camping in the rain. See? Everything's gonna be fine.
You know,
Famous last words.
things could be a lot worse. I really thought we'd see more Grim.
As did I.
I guess our luck is finally turning around. To Higanbana!
Wait, I thought he turned into the crow. Is that not true? Or is that part of his semblance? We don't know anything about crow semblance, do we?
Luck.
There's the inn and a tavern.
Oh, I didn't.
From the woman upstairs. Red eyes. Said you wouldn't mind bottom shelf.
Oh, woman with red eyes.
Thanks.
But I went ahead and gave you top. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Red eyes, red eyes, red eyes. Whoa, who are you? You're pretty, but...
Hello, brother.
What?
Raven.
That is... Isn't that Yang's mother?
So, what do you want?
A girl can't just catch up with her family.
She can, but you're not. So how about we get on with it? Unless you plan on keeping these coming.
Does she have it?
Did you know Yang lost her arm?
That's not...
Rhetorical question. I know you know. It's just obnoxious that you'd bring up family, then carry on like your own daughter doesn't exist.
I saved her.
Once. Because that was your rule, right? Real Mom of the Year material, sis.
I told you Beacon would fall, and it did. I told you Ozpin would fail, and he has. Now you tell me, does Salem have it?
I thought you weren't interested in all of that.
I just want to know what we are up against.
And which we are you referring to? You should come back, Raven. The only way we beat her is by working together. All of us.
You're the one who left. The tribe raised us, and you turned your back on them.
They were killers and thieves.
They were your family.
You have a very skewed perception of that word.
I lead our people now. And as leader, I will do everything in my power to ensure our survival.
I saw. The people of Shion saw too.
The weak die, the strong live.
Those were the big... What?
Well, you've certainly got someone strong on your side. I've seen the damage.
We couldn't have known the Grim would set in as quickly as they did.
I'm not talking about the Grim. And I'm not talking about you either.
They have one of the She has one of the maidens, doesn't she?
Know where the relic is. Then we have nothing left to talk about.
I don't know where the Spring Maiden is either. If you do, I need you to tell me.
And why would I do that?
Because without her, we're all going to die.
And which we are you referring to?
Can I slap her?
Make this one a double.
That looks so cool on her.
Okay. Let's get started.
What? Okay. See you guys in the outro in a minute. Well, that was episode 4, Family. I was completely and totally wrong. I thought this was going to be much more about Weiss, not about Yang and her mother who leads a bunch of bandits. Like, isn't the town of Xi'an the one place where the 4 of them found that dying huntsman?
Yup.
And it was attacked by what? Okay, well, and okay, hang on. Let's backtrack and take this one at a time. Otherwise, I'm gonna be bouncing all over the place. It was nice to see the professors again. That was a nice, lighthearted moment. And it was nice to
Yeah.
hear Yang admit that she was scared.
Yeah. I also think that, and I haven't really heard as many people as I thought I was going to hear from, like, reactions and people reviewing this episode and whatnot, but I expected that there would be a lot of people that would have, like, a problem with that scene, mostly because of the joke. But, honestly, I really liked it for exactly the reason why I expected a lot of people would not like it. Because the joke was, like, he very obviously went way too far in what he said, as far as, like, most people are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But those are, like, it's kind of like a joke between a friend or a family member, you know? You can say some really offensive shit to someone you know really well, and they're perfectly okay with it. But, like, if you're just two people that don't really know each other and they were to say the same thing, you'd probably punch them. And that's basically what I got, was that was a joke. That was a joke that only he could have said to her, which was made very obvious by how everyone else reacted.
Yeah, and at
But, like,
first... Go on.
no, you continue.
At first I was surprised, but then when they started laughing about it, it kind of made me... when I look back on it, it does make me think, and it's like... Yeah, things sounded like they almost got heated there, but in reality... We make jokes about that in our everyday lives. Our best friends, you know, they go through some horrible experience, and then a little while later, we're all laughing about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look in any relationship where tragedy is involved, whether it be friends or family or whatnot, you give it enough time after they've recovered from it, and you can make jokes about that kind of stuff. Some people it takes longer, but by the exact same time, one thing to consider is that I think that the first episode that Yang appeared in this volume showed how she was throughout, like, the time jump, because this is 6 months after the last episode of Volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they said they might have said like 6 to 9 months, but I'm pretty sure that 6 is an easy estimate. So she has had 6 months to deal with this.
True,
So
and that's an easy fact to forget.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like she said, that is normal for her now. It's one of the reasons why she doesn't want to wear the arm, is because weirdness, basically.
Well, I can kind of understand where she's coming from. Whenever I get used to something, whether it be a hindrance or a crutch or something better, I am not one that likes very much change very rapidly, especially if it's like big
Yeah.
change and then it's like boom. I
Yeah.
I've always had that issue. It always caused a lot of problems in school because it's like, okay, we've been doing things like this for so long. Now we're going to completely flip, and I'm just going to be. I'm sitting there like, what? No, I'm going to dig my heels in the floor. There's going to be dirt tracks. No.
Yeah. And also, I mean, it's like she said, a part of her is gone and it's never coming back. So I can kind of understand how she feels like putting on this arm is almost just like saying that that part of her life never happened. And that's not something that she wants. It was too impactful of a incident for her to just try and put some dirt over it and just forget that it was there.
So yeah, it was nice though. I like the fact that she got to talk with the two professors because it's one thing to hear about it from your dad, but to come in the middle of a bunch of adults talking, teasing, remembering a bunch of funny things, and then being included on that. And I liked the way they handled that too, you know, and she said she's afraid. And they didn't go, oh, poor baby. They went, it happens, it's a fear. By the way, he's afraid of mice. You know, har har. And while it does help lighten things up a bit. I think she felt a little bad about the fact that her dad was like, I have to take care of a few things, and then he looked away.
I mean, he didn't look away; he
Well,
looked
no, but
at
he looked
her.
up at her room.
Yeah, that I mean, and that is the thing. Like, he is. You can only imagine how torn he is. On one hand, he can't leave Yang behind because Yang is going through, whether she says she's over it or not, an incredibly tough part of her life, and he can't just leave her. On the other hand, his other daughter is out being miles over her head in what will eventually turn out to be a death sentence if things go poorly.
Yep.
So he is in between a rock and a hard place right now, and I think that that's one of the things that, in all honesty, pushes Yang to finally put the arm on, is because she's the one holding her dad back from going and finding Ruby, or if she gets better, then she can go out and find her herself. Something like
Yeah.
that maybe. So I think it was that realization that finally got her to try it on.
Hang on just a moment. Okay, continue.
Meanwhile, Ruby is all, oh,
Okay, sorry.
what's going on?
When I said hang on a moment, you were getting very robotic-y, and then
Hello?
you're here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, the reason I asked you to hang on is because shortly after you had said she can go off and find her herself or something, you started getting kind of robotic and then you went silent. And then at some point I heard you like sigh and then you were talking again. It's like, okay, so continue.
Ah.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Anyway though, moving on from that. The farm boy has a name. Oscar. But why did Professor Ozpen, why did he hear him? And for two, he has those he does have the green, but he has that gold in his eyes. I think that's Ozpen.
I will say that this season seems to do a lot with like eyes.
No kidding.
There's a, I mean, because like there's this character, there's Oscar. We actually know his name now. There's Oscar, and he's got the weird like green gold eyes, and then we've got Seven Dwarf Man with the eyes that change colors every time he changes his accent.
Yeah, I cannot wait to
Um,
see more of him.
yeah, there definitely seems to be something with the whole eye thing, though. Um, at the very least, in the one case, the um, uh, what is his actual name? The butler,
Klein.
Klein. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yay, I
Brain fart.
remembered a name for once.
Yeah. Klein, like I can only guess that like the different personalities are like his semblance or a part of his semblance. But like if that's the case, then like his eyes are reacting to his semblance, and I think that that's really cool because the semblance is like the physical manifestation of your aura, and your aura is effectively your soul. And old statement that like eyes are a gateway to the soul or a window to the soul or whatever. So I think that that's a really cool like parallel to be made.
That is. I cannot wait to see more of Klein. Hello?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, you're there. Okay.
I'm here.
Anyway, let's see. Crow, I like the fact that he's watching over them. He's helping them.
Yeah, they think that they're just lucky because they're not really having any grim problems, when actually it's just Crow scouting out the area and straight up murdering any grim that come near them.
It's always the crazy uncles that end up being one of the best.
Or the worst.
Or the worst.
It's one or the other. Crow's definitely on the better side of that, but I got a couple crazy uncles you probably don't ever want to meet.
Oh, now I want to meet him. Anyway, back to Miss Raven. Can I slap her, please?
I'm pretty sure she'd kill you.
It would be worth it just to get one good smack. Because, seriously, your daughter lost her arm, and you don't give a shit. You lead a band of mercenaries that caused the death of an entire village. Where are your priorities? And that extra power they have on their side? I'll bet you she has the Spring Maiden.
I'm willing to bet that that was what Crow was insinuating, though can't know for certain. But I'd be willing to say that that's what Crow thinks she's got.
Wouldn't be a far off guess. That just... I just... Do what?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, sorry. It sounded like you had started to. That honestly ticks me off. And I don't think she liked the fact that she talked about, oh, their family and all of this. And he's like, okay, and how about the person you gave birth to? Or, your brother related by blood. Or, heaven forbid. God, now I'm really scared because Rwby, Raven's, I'm going to use air quotes here even though I know it's real, niece, is just across the street. Granted, Raven left, but I'm pretty sure Raven knows that he's following Rwby around. Either that or she thinks he's just goofing off. But that woman bakes my noodle. At first I thought she was absent because of some, grand scheme thing that's bigger than everything and she's doing awesome. And no, she just leads a bunch of murderers. There, yay, what a great legacy to leave for your daughter. Ugh. We just need to move on. Let's see.
All right.
What else? I think that pretty much is this episode.
All right.
But no, my theory, Oscar is Ozpen. Or at least, if nothing else, Ozpen took a little piece of himself. I have two theories. Either that's a little piece of himself hiding away, or he reversed time on himself. Because he's based off the Wizard of Oz, which makes me sad that I don't know more about the land of Oz itself. Because that would probably give me more insights.
A fun little piece of information that the Rwby, fan theory, Vine, and everything would love to point out several times over is that, the Wizard of Oz, his, full name, I want to actually look this up real quick, just because I know that if I say the wrong thing, then the, 2 people watching this channel are probably going to give me a bunch of shit.
I have 8 subscribers, thank you. By the way, your circle of friends only makes 6. That means I have 2 other subscribers.
And what did I say? The 2 people watching these videos.
Shut up.
Hi, by the way, thank you for subscribing.
Yes, hello and thank you. Granted, I think I know the 2 people that subscribed, but they're subscribers.
Here it is. Okay. So... Yep. Okay. So if you took the first letter of every name that the Wizard of Oz, his real name, is, it spells out Oz Pinhead. Just want to throw that out there. And
sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but
and the other thing that should definitely be known is that the Wizard of Oz's first name is Oscar.
ha!
So there may or may not be a little bit of something to that theory that he obviously has something big to do with Ozpin if Ozpin is talking to him through a mirror, but it's just that does make things hold a little bit of water. The fact that his name is Oscar and that is the Wizard of Oz's first name.
Sorry, okay, so the reason I lasted Oz Pinhead is because it could be Oz Pinhead, which is usually like an insult. You pinhead.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why I laughed. But it also, another thing is, he's Ozpin, head of Beacon.
Yes.
Which I thought that's actually really clever.
Yeah.
Professor Ozpin,
Oh, yeah.
head of Beacon.
There's all kinds of really clever crap just underneath the surface of this show.
And that's why you help watch it. That's why you always watch it with me, that way you can point them out.
Precisely.
One of the
But
things...
I think we've talked long enough.
Yes, we have.
How long has this video been going for?
I don't know. Each of these things are separate.
Whatever.
Well, okay, well, we have talked long enough. Hope you learned some things. Huh? What, David?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Anyway, we've talked long enough. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.